It's a Monday and we are the Blues. But don't let this blue color fool you. This is not an electric from Mercedes-Benz. If anything, it's on the other end of the spectrum. This is an AMG. Say hello to the GLE 53 Coupe from 2024.
The GLE was given a facelift recently, so by relation, this AMG-tuned coupe has received some of those goodies as well. As before, it remains a symphony of style, luxury and power. And in this review, we are going to be tearing through those details of its exterior, delving into the plush interior, feeling the pulse of that turbocharged engine, navigating the bends, and of course, pondering whether it's worth the chunk of change they're asking for it. So buckle up, sit tight, and let's rev up this 53.
Right, let's talk about the looks. The GLE 53 AMG is like a well-dressed rock star. It grabs attention even without trying. That imposing grille, that massive bumper, it's got that don't mess with me AMG look. You even get an AMG logo on the bonnet. That's a nice touch. Interestingly, however, that logo doesn't find its way in the engine bay. This is still the mass-produced M256 engine from the GLE 450 or the GLS 450. It's not hand-built, and that's why there is no autograph from an AMG engineer on it. Sure, it's mass-produced, but it's tuned by AMG, which means that the power goes down to the road with a lot more pizzazz.
The adaptive LED headlights are new with distinctive 4 daytime running lights, and that design is mimicked in the taillights as well. The muscular rear haunches, that imposing AMG grille, and the 21-inch alloy wheels with the mixed tires are elements that are unchanged. But these are also accessories that complete the ensemble.
The bulbous coupe form, not everyone's cup of tea, I agree, but come on, you can't ignore it. It's a head-turner, a showstopper, a brave statement on wheels that you don't like to go with the flow. You like to chart your own path.
Step inside and you're met with a familiar cockpit that continues to scream high-tech luxury. The new steering wheel is borrowed from other AMGs and is full of buttons, dials, touch-sensitive surfaces, and even little screens. How cool is that? The steering wheel is equipped with 2 dedicated shortcut controllers on each side. The right controller facilitates the seamless transition between the distinct driving modes: Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and Slippery for those snowy or rainy conditions. Meanwhile, the screen to the left will offer controls over various aspects of the vehicle's dynamics. This includes the adjustment of the suspension maps, manipulation of the exhaust valves if you want it to be a little loud, modulation of the ride height, raising or lowering, toggling the ESP on or off, and the option to deactivate the automatic engine start-stop functionality.
These buttons can get overwhelming at first, but once you get a hang of them, it's like preparing to launch a space rocket. And a rocket, it certainly is, but we'll come to that in a bit.
The vehicle boasts top-notch fit, finish, and build quality, living up to the expectations for its class. It may be an AMG sports car on stilts, but seamlessly blends in luxury and comfort, offering even heated and cooled seats up front, albeit with some firm cushioning. The boot space also remains unchanged.
There's ample rear room for family and friends, but it's not going to be as opulent as the standard GLE SUV, especially if you're going to be a 6-footer. The headroom may not be great. Oh, and also, if you do take your family and friends on these really fast drives around winding roads, be advised, there's nothing to grab onto. It's only the seat belts that are going to hold them in place. So I think the only family that I will take for a drive in this car is my in-laws. These air vents seem like they came from the GLS, and then you also have the air balance package, which gets you this fragrancing system and cup holders, which can be temperature controlled. All of this comes together to enhance the in-cabin experience.
Now let's talk about the heart of this car, the 3-liter turbocharged inline-6 engine. Hit the ignition and you are greeted with a growl that's music to any petrol head's ears.
Now, even though this sound is routed through the speakers, amplified and whatnot, it's something nice. It will put a smile on the face of every car enthusiast, whether you're sitting here or listening to it from the outside. And then you have the 2nd generation ISG or integrated starter generator. It's like a bass guitarist. It will add to the drama. It will also garner better responses. In fact, this is one of the replacements for 2024, the new ISD. That will add about 20 PS or 200 Newton meters of boost when you need it. What that means is it can go from standstill to 100 in 5 seconds. That's not just quick, that's rash approved quick. Of course, it's not a V8, but listen to it, and it's got the figures as well. 435 PS, 560 Newton meters. That's better output than even a Cayenne Coupe. That's also because they're not selling us the turbo yet, but even when they do, these are still going to be respectable figures.
The AMG SUVs have always been sports cars in disguise, and the GLE 53 Coupe isn't any different. The 9-speed Autobox, the air suspension, the all-wheel drive, they all make every drive a spirited one. Dial the comfort mode and it can be a courteous daily driver as well. Switch to the sport modes and it will torch the tarmac. Despite tipping the scales at 2.3 tons, this coupe handles corners like it is on rails.
A slew of electronics and the anti-roll system, it's like your guardian angel when you're pushing the car around bends. And the adaptive suspension will make you feel like you're an angel yourself from heaven, floating on a nice cushy cloud. That's the kind of cushy ride or luxurious ride it gives you on the poor surfaces. It's surprisingly good.
On the highway, it transforms into a long-distance champion, munching miles like a hungry hog. The adjustable damping settings and the 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system make it a joy to drive, whether you're cruising or carving corners.
Now the nitty-gritty is, at a starting price of about 1.85 crore, it's not your run-of-the-mill GLE. But then again, you're not buying a run-of-the-mill luxury SUV, are you?
You are buying a ticket to a performance extravaganza. Yes, it's seen a price hike over the years, but with more horsepower than its competitors like the Porsche Cayenne Coupe or the Audi Q8, and a laundry list of features, it's like buying the VIP pass to a rock concert. But is it worth it?
And that is subjective. Because you see, you may like rock music as a genre, but when it comes to making time, effort, money to actually visit a rock concert, you might end up becoming a bit picky about what artists are playing it. But if the wizards at AMG are what you resonate with, then the GLE 53 Coupe could strike the right chords for you.